Hi there, I'm the Pink Guardian and it is my mission to watch every single Doctor Who episode and give it a review on it. And today I watched the Doctor's 9th episode of his 2nd season, which was called The Time Meddler. And in this, the Doctor and his companions find themselves in the middle of the Norman conquest, which is when the Saxons are fighting the Vikings, and this is the first time we get to see another Time Lord. Now, what I liked about this episode is that at the start it showed a clock. The start of the episode was a clock, which I thought was really good to show that, you know, it's sort of time travelling and stuff. We also get to see Hi-Fi, which is Stephen's cute little panda, which I thought was nice. And Stephen actually brushes up nice when they get him out of his clothes from the last episode without the beard. He looks really, really nice. I like the joke that the Doctor said about the Viking helmet to Stephen. He says, you know, do you think this is a space helmet for a cow? I thought it was very funny. We get to see the Doctor getting drunk by drinking some mead, which a Saxon woman gives to him, which I thought was really cool. And I thought, oh, it's 1066, which is the Battle of Hastings, and you've got the Hastings like direct advert. Just reminded me of that. We also have he references the fact that you know he wishes Barbara was here because Barbara's specialism was history, and you know he had a little think about Barbara, which I thought was nice. I like the fact how the monk in the monastery, he had electricity. I was thinking, what the hell? How can a monk from 1066 have electricity? I just don't get it. And we also get to see a real Viking ship, sort of with the people rowing, which I thought was great. We got to see that the monk was trying to change history so that King Howard would have won rather than losing at the Battle of Hastings, which I thought was an interesting twist to the story. I like the fact how when the Doctor was coming up against the monk, he was pretending that the stick he had in his back was actually a Winchester, which was like a gun, which was funny because it's not from the time either. And we get to see the Doctor dressed up in a monk's outfit, which was cool. But then all of a sudden we find out the monk has a TARDIS hidden in a Saxon sarcophagus. I was thinking, what the hell? How does he have a TARDIS? And that's when we find out he's actually another Time Lord. It was, oh my god, another one of his rays. I was very, very shocked. But he wants to change history to make it better for people. He's not an evil man. He just wants to change history to make people's lives better, which I thought was really nice. And I like the fact that they mentioned that the Doctor was the crew and Stephen and Vicky are just the passengers, which I thought was funny. And I like the fact that at the very end of the episode he marooned the monk by messing with the dimensions inside the TARDIS and shrinking it, and I thought that was funny. Now, there's not many things I didn't like about this episode, but the first thing I didn't like was the fact that Stephen just appears on the ship. The last episode we saw the Doctor and Vicky go into the TARDIS. We didn't see Stephen at all, and then all of a sudden he's on the ship. I thought, a bit of lack of continuity there. I didn't like that. Stephen, he jumped on the poor man. You know, he was fiddling around on the ground, and he just went out, jumped him, and attacked him for no apparent reason. I thought that was just wrong. And there seems to be always somebody who does not trust the Doctor and his companions, saying they're evil. Like in the Censorites, you had the one of the Censorites who didn't like them and was constantly saying they're evil and trying to thwart them. I just don't like it when that happens. So, overall for this episode, it was a historical one that looked at the previous history, but we got to see someone trying to meddle with history, which I thought was nice. We didn't have just a historical one, but we had someone from the future trying to mess with it, which I really, really liked. And I like the fact that, you know, we got all the sort of periodic clothings as well. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a 4 out of 5. So, this was the last episode of the Doctor's 2nd season, and overall we have a very nice selection of episodes, and we've got a lot of things that they've experimented with. For example, Daleks chasing them through time, which I thought was great. We had the Planet of the Giants, much, experimenting with different heights, making them small and making everything giant around them. And the fact that with the Wed Planet, they decided to have aliens but weren't based on a sort of a human form, which was good. The fact that we got 2 Dalek stories in this season, I thought was brilliant. The first season we had 1, this one we got 2, which was great. But some of the episodes, for example, the Rescue, the Crusade, and the Space Museum, would have fitted better into the first season when they were still sort of bringing it in. They've gone really quite out there with all these kind of like different sort of ideas, and in this season we see the departure of Susan, Barbara and Ian, and then we welcome Vicky and Stephen in, which was interesting. So we've now seen him reacting to different companions and how different companions are reacting to him and the way they live. So I'm going to be starting the 3rd season, so I hope to look forward to you then. Bye!